Adol!
Adol, you made it!
Pierre just got back from the castle a little while ago. Seems Bishop Nicholas made a good case on his behalf, and the Count saw fit to let him go.
Yes, he spoke far kinder things of me than I deserve. I owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude. Unfortunately, Chester was out on an errand for the Count at the time, so no answers were to be had on that front. And the bishop had no luck finding any information on the statues either, I'm afraid.
That is unfortunate. But we shall take the victories we can get. And the bishop is still there, so answers may yet be forthcoming. On another note, how did your investigation of the abandoned mine go, Adol?
Adol recounted all the events that transpired in the abandoned mine and detailed the items he acquired therein.
Amazing. You're like a magnet for danger.
Genos and Galbalan. I never thought I'd hear that name again, much less in this context.
You know what it is, then?
It's an old local legend. Long ago, a great and terrible beast known as Galbalan came from across the sea and took control of Felghana. He had the power to transform the people and spirits under his influence into twisted, evil creatures, or so it goes. But one day, a hero appeared, wielding a mighty sword. He was the warrior, Genos. He borrowed the powers of the gods and fought the beast, and at long last, against insurmountable odds, he won. And that's about the extent of what I know, I'm afraid. Legends like that aren't too popular these days. Barely anyone remembers them, save for old coots like me.
I've certainly never heard it before. But that does remind me. I asked Bishop Nicholas earlier if he happened to know the origin of the Elderm's ruins. Apparently, it used to be a church of sorts, devoted to some long-lost pagan deity.
Interesting. Given the circumstances of late, it's not unreasonable to suspect there may be a connection. There's also one more thing that bears mentioning. Out in the Sienna Bay, there's an old deserted island we've always known by just one name. Genos Island. There was once a small village there, but it was ravaged and destroyed by disease 12 years ago.
What?
It happened 3 years before you arrived, so I'm not surprised you wouldn't know about it. Genos Village never had many dealings with Redmond, and the whole tragedy was so terrible. People rarely discuss it. I don't know much about the disease that killed them all, though, I'm afraid. According to the official statement from Valestein Castle, it was some sort of extremely severe fever.
This doesn't instill a lot of hope. An island named for the hero who defeated Galbalan, totally annihilated. The voice Adol heard is seeming less and less implausible, and more frightening.
Indeed. Adol. Dogi's gone to speak with his master, Berhardt. Perhaps you should meet with Berhardt as well. He's a rather eccentric man who's chosen a life of near solitude and devoted himself to studying the land's folklore. There's no one in Felghana who'd be more likely to know about Genos, Galbalan, the statues, and maybe even that voice.
I believe I'll return to the castle and update Bishop Nicholas on what we've discussed here. If you decide to follow Dogi, Adol, I suggest you exercise caution. The Elder Mountains are not hospitable.
I've been waiting for you. I never thought you'd return from that hell. What's more, you've communed with the spirit of Genos himself. I can no longer allow you to live. Ergo, you shall die in the embrace of the Furies! Impossible. How can you command such power? Perhaps... no. It can't be.
Adol, was it? I hate to disappoint since you've come all this way, but I'm afraid Dogi hasn't returned just yet. Adol explained the circumstances of his visit and inquired about the legend of Genos. I see. Dogi expressed similar concerns, though it seems things are much more urgent than I'd assumed. Very well. I'll tell you everything I know about the legend. You've heard some of the story from Mayor Edgar, of course, and I can verify that everything he told you is true. I'm quite familiar with the rest as well, and indeed all of it is entirely factual. None of it is myth. Ages ago, a demonic creature called Galbalan drifted ashore in Felghana and assumed control of the entire land. And yes, eventually a warrior named Genos did indeed defeat the creature. Things are never quite that simple, however. The story continues. After he defeated Galbalan, Genos used the power of 4 statues, known as the Holy Treasures, to seal him away. In essence, since a being of that caliber cannot be destroyed so easily, Galbalan was shackled, imprisoned. Genos later hid the statues in the most inaccessible, inhospitable places he could find, far from human hands. To ensure that the power sealed within could never be released, he appointed his descendants to watch over them. it would seem the statues you found are indeed those same holy treasures. And for some reason, the vile power they're meant to contain is leaking out into the countryside. I believe that's the reason for the monster attacks over the last year. Perhaps it's all part of Count Maguire's evil scheme. Whatever that may be, he's probably deluded himself into thinking he can use the statue's power to make the monsters do his bidding. From what you and Dogi have told me, it seems highly likely that one of the statues is here in the Elderm Mountains. Dogi went deeper into the caves in search of it, hoping to get his hands on it before Maguire does. If you intend to go after him, and undoubtedly you do, I'd suggest you hurry, as I'm sure the chase is afoot.
Adol? What are you doing here?
Adol told Dogi all about the events that had led him to the Elderm Mountains.
Man, you've been busy. The Master filled me in on a few things too, and I definitely think we need to get all the statues before Maguire does. But, as you can see, we seem to have reached an impasse. Like a big-ass gorge kind of impasse. I've searched everywhere else, so I figure Elderm's statue must be somewhere on the other side. But, wouldn't you know it, you'd have to be able to fly to get over there. There's gotta be a way. Nice moves, Adol! Only problem is, they don't help me in the slightest. I can't possibly join you. Guess you'll have to go it alone from here. Oh, but before you do, there's something I meant to give you. Across that while searching the mountain caves. I noticed it looked like the other two bracelets you were using, so I figured I'd hold on to it for you. All right, show stealer, I won't hold you up any longer. I can tell you're rearing to go. Good luck, man. I'll be waiting right here for you, bored stupid, so make sure you hurry back, okay?